Okay, so I wanted to record a quick video for how I identify the higher time frame trend for my swing trading opportunities. Here you can see the gold chart back in 1999. And you can see here that we've had a consistent downtrend. You can see the moving averages are red. So this is the 20 SMA and the 50 SMA. And if the SMA 20 is below the SMA 50, it colors it red, right? So this is how I roughly determine the trend. But the moving averages aren't just what you need to be looking at. There's another secret ingredient to telling what the trend is. So here we have this really strong momentum. All right, this candle and this candle moved around 30% in a couple of weeks, and that's massive for gold based on the previous price action. So this is a clear indication that there could be a change of the trend. So what we're doing is we're identifying where price might pull back. So we've made a new high, and then price is going to potentially pull back here. We're going to put the fib on from the low to the high. Okay, so we've got a 50% fib. So we're going to be expecting this kind of momentum movement. Okay, again, price goes up, it goes down, pulls back around 50%, and then keeps on going up. What we're going to do is we're going to assign this high as the higher high, and then we're going to assign this low as the lower low. Okay, and so we're going to be expecting a 50% pullback, and then we're going to go down and then going to go up. So this is what we should be expecting, because something has happened where a strong buyer or many buyers have come in and they're pushing the price up. And so price could continue upwards. Are going to be putting back 50%. Let's see what happens. Got a 50% pullback, and then candle closes, and then it closes above the 50%. So we're just going to see what happens here. Okay, so price is going up, and then we're starting to move down. One thing to note with a high high, so this is the high high, and then this is the lower low. So we're within this range right here, but then you also have internal structure. So this is lower low. So we are going downwards. We've made a new low, and then we've gone back up to test the 50%. So if we go down and we break this lower low here, so we've retraced off the 50%, and we are going up. Okay, so you see how we've tested the 50, it came back down, tested the 50 of this leg, and then we got a bullish sign, rejection, and then straight up. Okay, what we have here is a break above the lower high, internal lower high. So this is bullish. All right, I'm going to take this off. We should be expecting price to go up here, pull back 50%, and keep going, at least to this high. Okay, the probabilities, especially because this is a strong close above this lower high, should be upwards. So that's what we should be expecting. If you notice, the moving averages have also turned green. So that's additional confirmation of a bullish bias. And of course, we are in the major structure, which is bullish. Right now, I'm going to fib from here to here. We should be expecting a 50% pullback and bounce. And so we could look for an entry if we fast forward, had a false breakout, closed back below the 50, and then we retested the 50% here. Now it looks like we're going down. Okay, so I'm just going to take this 50% off. If we break below this lower low, which is also a higher low, because we've closed above this lower high, so this becomes lower low slash higher low. Right now, we are still bullish, okay, but we need to wait for a bullish candle or bullish sign that we're going to go up. Okay, so we're not seeing this because these are all bearish candles. We had a bit of a pullback there, but we kept on going down. So if this candle closes below this lower low or higher low, then we are continuing the bearish trend downwards. Okay, so we just swept that low. So this still might go up, but we'd need to wait for more bullish signs to be able to do that. Okay, so we got rejected there. These candles were weak. So if we close below that low here, that is the new lower low. So this means we are now bearish, and we could expect something like this. kept going down and maybe testing the low. We get a slight pullback, but we're still bearish. And if you notice here, we are still green on the moving average. But because the price action is showing us that we are bearish, we should be expecting price to fall. Okay, so we made a new lower low because this transfers to here. If we pull back and we draw the fib from this lower high, okay, so we've got the higher high, the lower high, we can expect price to go pull back 50% and then either continue on up or sell off. Okay, because we're in a bearish trend, we should be expecting the 50% to fail. All right, so let's see what happens. All right, so we almost got a 50% pullback there. So this would be a good opportunity to sell the market. The moving average is turning red. Okay, so this is a bearish signal continuing. If we break below this low here, then this will become lower high, and this will become lower low if we close below that low. So what happens is we close, no, we didn't close there. We close on this candle. All right, so we now transferred the lower low to there. All right, so we've got lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower high. So we're still bearish. Okay, if we close above this high, we are going to say we are bullish, and that's what we want to look for before going long in this major structure, which is bullish. Okay, so the moving average is still red, so we're still short. We're still short, so we should be selling these rallies basically. Let's just check, see if that is a 50% pullback. So that's a 50% pullback of that leg. All right, so we're still bearish. All right, so we've not closed below. Did we close below? Yeah, I think we closed the low. This is the lower low. This is the lower high. So this is the new lower high that we should be expecting. If price closes above this, then we are going to be expecting the major bullish move to start. Let's just see what happens. So we're continuing to sell off, which is expected based on the structure that we're seeing at the moment. Okay, so we got a 50% pullback of this leg. Okay, so if you would have shorted this, you would have been right. So if we sold that, second pullback. Okay, so we didn't close above this lower high, so we're still bearish at this point. Okay, you see, we almost closed below. Okay, so let's just take this off. So this is the lower low at the moment, because this is the lowest point below this lower low. So you can see lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower high. This is still the lower high, major lower high, because we haven't closed above yet, and it didn't touch it. Right, okay, so this is significant. So we have now closed above this lower high. It's with a strong bullish bar. So this is a very bullish sign in what is a bearish trend. Moving average is red. So right now we're following the price action, not the moving average. And so what we should be expecting is a 50% pullback of this leg, and that would make a great entry point into this major bullish trend. Okay, so we got a 50% pullback. Okay, there we go. But these are strong bearish bars, so this got rejected. But let's see what happens around the 50. Okay, so this is an internal structure. We sold off, we pulled back, we sold off, we pulled back. So everything's looking still bullish, because we're still between this higher high and this lower low. So it's kind of a small version of what this major structure looks like. So if price closes below here, this is confirmation of the bearish trend continuing. If price closes above the higher high, this is confirmation of the bullish trend continuing. So now, look, we have got a green moving average. The structure is bullish, and we're still within a bullish structure right here. Okay, so stop loss there. And what we can do is we can take two positions. So we can first target this structure here. So we're a measured move target from the lower low to the lower high. So it's a kind of A, B, C, D pattern. So we've got A, B, C, D. Okay, and this length is the same as this length here. Okay, so this is 5.8 to 1. And then we've got a second position targeting the major structure. So this will be 13 to 1. Okay. So everything's aligning right now for a bullish move up. Okay, so let's just follow what happens. I'll zoom in. And we can follow what happens with the structure as well. So we've got our bullish leg that we got on. We've pulled back 50% of that. There's a bullish momentum. Moving average is turning green now. If we close above this high, this is confirmation of the bullish trend. Okay, so we're pulling back. So this might not be looking good for us, but let's see. Let's see. So this is, you see how this is bullish? And then we've come back to test that. Okay. We've got the moving averages, like they're holding the price. So is the structure at the moment. If we'd have broke even that trade, then we've probably been stopped out. So it's important, especially with gold, not to break even your trade too quickly. Right, so let me just delete this. What you can see here is we've closed above this higher high. This is a very bullish sign. This is good. Okay, so what we should be expecting is a pullback 50% of this move. Okay. And if we close above this high, so this is the new high, then this is bullish. And I'm just going to let this play out. All right, and we're going to fast forward it. There's a lot of clicking involved when you backtest in TradingView. Okay, so I'm just going to describe to you what's happening. So then this is the high. We close above this, then this is bullish. So we closed above this. This is very bullish. We've just hit TP1, and then now we're keep on going upwards. So this is the high. If we break above this, then this is going to be bullish. So we've got higher high up here, and this is the TP we're looking for. Okay, so we've closed above, that is bullish. You want to look for add-on entries, and we've hit our TP. Okay, so if you look here, this was a 50% pullback here. So it went up, came down, pull back, down, up. And then that was the entry to get back in right there, because that was 50% here. Okay, 50% of that strong bullish move. And why we can tell it's strong is because there's no pullbacks in that leg. Look, no pullbacks apart from there. But this is a strong bullish momentum rejection of that close below the 50 SMA. So you want to look out for when you have strong bullish momentum, look for a 50% pullback. This was then a good opportunity to go down to a lower time frame and look for an entry using exactly the same method as this. With the weekly chart, you want to be looking at the 4 hour for a longer term swing. In summary, hopefully that gives you a framework that you can time the entries. You can see here that this was the first sign that the bulls had arrived. Then we got a pullback, and we timed it really nicely here, and the trend had turned bearish. And it was internally structural bearish, but then this was the sign that showed us the trend had changed, and then we look for a perfect entry early in a major move. And so if you just held that trade, you would have made 6R and 13R. It's demonstrating price action in actions. Hopefully that's useful for you guys. Any questions, let me know.